Before we begin the actual ceremony, I'd like to thank the catering and event staff for preparing a wonderful reception in honor of all the award recipients and their invited guests. Please give them a round of applause. Okay, and now I'd like to continue with the ceremony with the athlete's prayer. So please join me in saying the athlete's prayer. God, let me play well, but fairly. Let competition make me strong, but never hostile. In this and in all things, guide me to the virtual path. If I know victory, grant me happiness. If I am denied, keep me from envy. See not when I am cheered, and when I bend to help. There you go. Be a little louder. Seal it in the heart that everyone who takes the field becomes my brother and sister. Grant me the wisdom to see that sports are not only about victory, but enjoyment. That competition is not only about winning, but building community. Teach me something that I will matter once the games are over. If through athletics I set an example, let it be a good one. Finally, dear Lord, teach me and my teammates to be grateful for all the many blessings. We make this prayer through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. On behalf of our Chancellor, Sister Therese, our President, Dr. Kelly Armstrong, our VP for Student Affairs, Dr. T.J. Gamble Boone, others from our campus partners, our Director of Athletics, Dr. Sean Sullivan, and all of us in athletics administration, the committed coaching staffs, the dedicated support staff. It is truly an honor to be with all of you today as we celebrate our honored guests to the Salve Athletics Award ceremony. This event is a great time to reflect and recognize your accomplishments in the world of Salve Athletics. Now I would like to invite our Director of Athletics, Dr. Sean Sullivan, to give us a welcoming remarks.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you to all of our guests who have made time during this very, very busy period of, shall we say, the school year or academic year for all families. I really do appreciate you taking the time and to come and celebrate your sons and daughters in our community, in our athletics department. As athletics director, it's a real privilege to be a very, very small part of what ultimately we get to see on game day. Those are the moments that are very visible and they're publicized and they're talked about. I think each individual in this room understands that there's so much more that goes into that athletics experience, not only from the preparation type of standpoint, but also the day-to-day work, the level of dedication and commitment that is required, the selflessness that must be exhibited by these young men and women at today's ceremony. It truly is a real honor to be able to watch them do what it is they do. I don't need to say too much more. You know these young men and women are incredibly special. Not only do you love them, but we love them as well. For our graduate students and our seniors who will be graduating momentarily, we certainly wish you the best of luck. I know our president, Dr. Kelly Armstrong, wishes them the best of luck as well. Our VP, Letizia Gambrill Boone, also wishes them well into the future. And before I finish, while our graduates may be leaving and moving on, I certainly want to encourage them or remind them to know that once a Seahawk, always a Seahawk. Come on back, stay connected, be a part of this next generation of Seahawk student athletes that you have helped through your accolades, which are being honored today at par. Well, you've helped set it. So thank you very much for all that this entire last few years or so. It's been a real honor and a privilege. I think you're going to have fun tonight. I think we're going to see some smiling faces, maybe some moms and dads, maybe tearing up, but that's completely appropriate. So thanks for being here. And to our honorees, congratulations.
Okay, will the 2025 award honorees please stand as we recognize and congratulate you for your outstanding accomplishment. All the honorees. There you go. Clearly, you guys can please that. Clearly, you have demonstrated excellence with Salve Athletics and our beloved community. You have helped build our strong athletic foundation, so thank you. I also want to thank and recognize your invited family members and friends who supported each of these student athletes during their participation in the various athletic programs. For the award recipients, please join me in a round of applause. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the coaching staff and support staff for providing the guidance and support for our student athletes so they can excel in their specific athletic program. Since the early 1980s, Salve Regina athletes and programs have gathered to recognize the finest sports achievements on campus. We are gathered here this afternoon to present the following awards. First up, Sister Philemon Bannigan Award, recognized as an individual who through his or her efforts and dedication behind the scenes makes a positive contribution to the intercollegiate athletic program. Here to present the award is Dr. Sean Sullivan, Director of Athletics.
So, before I go on up there, I received probably 6 phone calls from this individual saying, Sean, would not leave me alone. Sean, I want to announce this award. He kept calling and calling. Football coach Kevin Gilmartin, where are you? Come on up.
Yeah, so I recruited this guy out of high school at St. Anthony's High School on Long Island,
award will also be honored in the University's Chris Kiernan Scholarship or Scholar Athlete Award at graduation. We have two awardees for this category. Here to present the Distinguished Female Scholar Athlete Award is Megan Malloy, head coach, women's lacrosse.
This award recognizes a student who has achieved excellence in both the classroom and in athletics, and Lillian embodies that balance with grace, determination, and unwavering commitment. She has maintained outstanding academic performance while excelling in her sport, demonstrating leadership, discipline, and a tireless work ethic. Lillian is a role model to her peers, showing that success is not limited to one arena, but earned through consistent effort and focus. What's even more impressive is that she will be attending Tulane University in the fall to get a master's in economics. It is my honor to present the Distinguished Scholar Athlete Award to a truly incredible person, Lillian Fitzgerald.
Here to present the Distinguished Male Scholar Athlete Award is Sean Foster, head coach, men's basketball.
I'm honored to present the Distinguished Scholar Athlete Award to an individual who is the epitome of consistency in every arena that he works under. As a two-year captain in our men's basketball program, his list of achievements are unending. This leader has been a model for what our student athletes represent, and his legacy will be seen in the underclassmen that will try to live up to his incredible example. As a player, he started all 104 games that he was in uniform for the Seahawks. He averaged a remarkable 34 minutes per game and has eclipsed the 1,000-point mark for his career. He received many awards for his play, including receiving both the Freshman and Junior Male Athlete of the Year award, as well as being a NewMac All-Conference player as a junior. More importantly, he is an outstanding student, currently possessing a 3.93 GPA as a finance major, which is the highest male student GPA here at Salve. He has made the Dean's List every semester, has recently been inducted into Chi Alpha Sigma, Sigma Beta Delta, and the NABC Honor Society in the past 2 years, as well as being named NewMac Academic All-Conference. He's a phenomenal person, and his work ethic and steady consistency in everything he attempts are unparalleled and has led to a great example throughout his career. He will be sorely missed by our program, and I'm honored to present this year's award to Declan Wamsley.
The Chi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society. The 2025 induction class honorees are listed in your athletic ceremonial booklet. This year, we have 60 student athletes inducted as part of the 2025 class, which brings us to a total number over 800 student athletes within the National College Athlete Honor Society. This year, the minimum GPA was increased to 3.5 from previous 3.4. If you are a member of Chi Alpha Sigma past or present awardees, please stand to be recognized. And now for the service awards. Student athletes, any class, demonstrate dedication to community service, outreach programs, and enriching the lives of others. Here to present the award winners is
chose to be selfless. They are representatives of our mission in action. Sabrina Lawless, Colleen Ortman, our Service Award winners. Let's invite Christopher Tall from our football program to come up. Where's Christopher? So, many of you are probably aware of our football team's annual Be the Match initiative, in which the team volunteers its time to operate and recruit a registry of volunteer marrow donors. Chris recently donated his own sample and learned that he was actually a match with a patient who was struggling with a form of cancer down in Florida. So this past fall, Chris flew down to Florida and worked with local doctors there, donated his white blood cells in order to help improve the life of this particular patient, ostensibly saving this person's life. Chris is selfless. You absolutely stole my thunder. Selfless, mission affirming and life saving, Christopher Tall. Another service award winner, just like Be the Match, is perhaps synonymous with Salve Football. On this campus, No Solo, a nonprofit with a mission to improve mental health both locally and globally, is, I would say, synonymous with Salve Men's Ice Hockey. Damon Zimmer, our team captain, where are you? Come on up, Damon. Get on up here, my man. So Damon is our team captain and has been a leader throughout his 4 years with working with No Solo to generate awareness for strong mental health. So that not only was a significant thread throughout his 4 years, but I really want to focus on a couple of different events in which Damon and his teammates invited Newport mental health to campus. There were different No Solo related events that the hockey team and a few other programs got involved in. And of course there were mental health awareness nights that Damon and some of his teammates helped organize. All to generate awareness and support for something that we know is so difficult for many of our students to navigate and manage. So a service award winner for 2024-25, Damon Zimmer.
Now up, class awards. Male and female student athletes from each class, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, are chosen for outstanding scholar athlete achievement
Standing 6'4" and 200 pounds, Mr. Goba combined his physical strength and presence with his desire and skill to score. Dan led the team in our attack from wire to wire. In our opening NUMAC dome, he scored a late header to not a 1-1 tie with WPI, the reigning conference champions, with a depth assist from Jordan Borges. In the NUMAC semifinal versus Coast Guard, he scored both goals, 2-1, win for a berth in the championship game. His first game at the goal was thing of beauty, with Goba slallowing between two defenders with a spin move before deftly sliding a curl shot into the far side. Dan led the NUMAC, and the NUMAC on the soccer side for the men is one of the top 3 or 4 conferences in the country. So Dan's accomplishments in the NUMAC in the following categories last season as a sophomore. First in points, 33 points, 14 goals, 5 assists. First in goals, 14 goals. The next closest at 9. Tied for first, game-winning goals, 5 game-winning goals in conference. Tied for third, assists, 5 assists. Combined with the strike partner Jordan Borges, the two are an absolute handful in the NUMAC this season. Jordan was responsible for many of Dan's goals in the second. Dan has also been a leader as a sophomore on and off the field for the team. As we drop the final game with an opportunity against Babsy, it was good to see Dan just stewing for 30 minutes while I watched them hoist the trophy, because for Dan, it's not about all his accomplishments, the points, it's really about getting it to the next level and turning it into team success. And he just stood there and just hadn't had any gear off, just watched them. And it was good because I knew he was going to bring that to the team in the offseason. Dan sets an example and maintains a high standard day in and day out that the rest of the team is energized and challenged to follow. Simply put, Dan Goba was the most dangerous attacking player in the NUMAC this season. For his efforts, Dan Goba received this recognition from the other coaches in the NUMAC Conference and the New England region. NUMAC Men's Soccer First Team All-Conference, United Soccer Coaches Region 2 First Team, and he was a NUMAC Men's Soccer Player of the Year as a sophomore. So we're looking forward for more to come. I'm happy to present the Sophomore Scholar Athlete Award for Dan Goba to his parents, Kathy and Oliver, instead.
And here for the Junior Scholar Athlete. Here to present the female award is Corey Hughes, head coach, women's basketball.
I noticed there's a generational thing with paper or phone, glasses or not. Sophia Neri was a force this season for women's basketball, and she played a huge role in our success this season. A NUMAC First Team All-Conference choice, Feet was also recognized on the NUMAC All-Academic Team, as well as the CSC Academic All-District Team. She currently holds a cumulative GPA of 3.75. She was a New England Women's Basketball Association Weekly Honor Roll winner, a NUMAC Defensive Player of the Week, and finished in the top 10 of the NUMAC in several statistical categories. The top 10, 8th in points, 8th in field goal percentage, 1st in offensive rebounds, 1st in defensive rebounds, 2nd in steals per game, 8th in blocks per game. And Fief was the only player in the conference to average double-double for the season, averaging 14.5 points a game and 11 rebounds per game. Every year, Sophia gets better and better, and that's because she gets in the gym and she works. And lucky for us, she has one more season left. I can't wait to see what she has in store her senior year. The 2025 Junior Scholastic Athlete of the Year is Sophia Neri.
start, insert joke about Coach Kevin Gilmartin. I'm gonna skip that. We're gonna keep this wholesome. I'm pretty sure that this recruiting visit was out. Coach McKeon and I tend to disagree, but I said we met on the baseball field under a tent because it was COVID, and I was right? Okay. As a sophomore, Kyle shattered the saves record. When I started at Salve, I think the saves record was like 7 or 8, and it creeped up to about 12 the year before Kyle. He had 11 saves as a sophomore. He had a save in the College World Series, our first ever College World Series win. He had 2 saves in the Super Regionals at Salisbury, and he had a save against Washington and Jefferson to clinch the first ever NCAA regional. So he has 14 saves. That's before this year even started. And this year started, we had a kind of a host of injuries, and Kyle is such a versatile pitcher that we put him into a starting role. So far this year, and we start the conference playoffs, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Kyle's 6-0. We are 11-0 on days when he starts. He started 11 games. We're 11-0 when he starts. But he's 6-0. With 11 starts, he has an ERA of 3, which in baseball is outstanding. He has over 55. His 50 innings pitched and more strikeouts than innings pitched, which is also outstanding. On top of that, I was trying to think about your GPA, Kyle, and I remember that your freshman year, you had like a 3.9, and I never looked again because I never worried. So I don't know what it is, but I cannot imagine that it's anything under like a 3.8. It's probably higher than that, and I'm giving you credit. And on top of that, he's captain as a junior. He's an outstanding human being, and he's pitched in 2 regionals, soon to be 3. Congratulations, Kyle.
Beginning in 2017, outstanding senior scholar athletes in this category were honored with the Megan B. Strathman Award and the Brother Michael Reynolds Award. First up, Megan Strathman Award. Here to present the award is Erica Martin, assistant coach, women's ice hockey.
Having her most productive season yet in the Seahawks uniform, this athlete played in all 27 games of the 2024-2025 season, scoring 4 goals, helping on 9 more, for a career best of 13 points and a plus-minus rate 4 rating. She helped power the Seahawks as the team's highest scoring defenseman to the 2nd most wins in program history with 17. She has had a lasting effect here on campus and on the ice. Her career totals include 97 games played, 9 goals, 22 assists, and a total of 31 points, while wearing the navy blue and Kelly green. She served in a captain's role for the past 2 seasons, and one as an assistant and the most recent as a co-captain. However, some of her most impressive stats stem from when her and her senior classmates were able to accomplish during their career. Helping to amass 44 wins in a 4-year span, she would guide the Seahawks women's ice hockey program to reestablish a dominant force in the Division III world. A program that saw the senior class prior to her arrive accomplish only 23 wins. A force on the ice, she would use her size, strength, and elusive ability to make defenders miss in an open ice. Her offensive powers, work ethic, and discipline and leadership will be difficult to replace, but will leave a lasting impact for future success. From Easton, Mass, the 2024-2025 Megan Statman Award winner goes to Emma Pereira.
Now for the Brother Michael Reynolds Award. We have two awardees for this category. Here to present the first award is Bill Lawler, head coach, men's hockey.
That's a good point, Corey. First off, Ethan David and the other captains, as I showed up, I took the job here the night before preseason started. So it's a big shift for me. I left another program and came down here. Probably took us a good 3, maybe even about 5 weeks for myself and the captains to get on the same page. We got there a little faster on the field and off the field. It might have taken us a little longer, but we got there. But as one of our 3 senior captains, Ethan led the team every step of the way in a remarkable season for the team as a whole. As a sport, soccer is often recognized for whip shots, bending into the goal, little step-over moves, or cuts to the feet on the ball. The other side of the game is the gritty part, running around 5 to 7 miles over the course of a college soccer game, tackles, and winning balls, the dirty work. As a coach, you always appreciate these players, the ones that do the dirty work, play through injuries, and take a beating on the field. Ethan David was one of the toughest players in the NEWMAC conference in the fall of 2024. When he laid his body out in the games, the other players at Salve felt a couple inches taller, and they followed his commitment in their own defender. He led on the field with his play. Coming off an 0-6-2 record in the fall of 2023 and failing to reach the NEWMAC postseason, Ethan harnessed the team this year and drove us to number 2 in the NEWMAC standings in the 2024 fall season, a 4-1-3 conference record. The 3 captains, Ethan, Evan Arpin, and Jordan Borges, drove a huge turnaround this season and led the team to this success. Ethan was the last of the 3 of them standing as Jordan and Evan went down with injuries over our final few games of the season. Ethan kept the team on track through that. Ethan, as he had been throughout the season, was the team's defensive heartbeat. In the final NEWMAC regular season game, with an opportunity to secure 2nd place or possibly falling all the way to 5th place, Ethan scored the game winner against Springfield College, clinching the number 2 seed for the Seahawks in the NEWMAC playoffs. And it was a gritty, ugly, loose ball goal, just sitting there and punching the moment. In true Ethan David fashion, the NEWMAC semifinal versus Coast Guard, he did the dirty work in a very physical game, setting the tone for Salve to feed off of and stand toe-to-toe in the game. With Salve striking for 2 goals in the game, Ethan David anchored the team's defensive strength and led us into the NEWMAC Conference Final. It is very rewarding and a testament to what Ethan meant to our team that he was voted onto the NEWMAC Men's Soccer All-Conference 2nd team by the NEWMAC coaches. He was further recognized on the United Soccer Coaches Region 2 team, one of 6 all-region teams in the country. Ethan was also recognized for his academic success with a selection to the 2024 Academic All-District Men's Soccer team with a 3.8 cumulative GPA. His desire to win and will to compete drove our team in every game this season. I am really, really happy to recognize Ethan David for the Brother Michael Reynolds Award.
Here to present the 2nd award is Patrick Cooney, head coach of men's lacrosse.
This outstanding student athlete will be graduating with a degree in financial management. He's a 2-year member of SAC as well as a founding member of the Accounting and Finance Club. On the field, the men's lacrosse team captain is dominant at his position, face-off midfielder. In lacrosse, like many sports, possession of the ball is paramount for success. He ranks 1st in the NEWMAC in face-off win percentage, going 142 out of 190 face-offs for 68%. He's second in the NUMAC for ground balls per game at 7.09. He ranks first all time in Salve Regina records for individual season faceoff percentage and career faceoff percentage. He has been awarded NUMAC All-Conference this coming week, and he has been the NUMAC Player of the Week 3 times this year. Teams game plan against him. He will be recognized once again this week, All-Conference. He's nominated for All-American as well as All-New England. On Friday, he was awarded the team's Most Improved Player for overcoming a season-ending injury in 2024. He is a true sportsman, evident by his leadership throughout his career and his selfless devotion to the team goals. He always has a smile on his face, and it is my honor and privilege to award the Brother Michael Reynolds Award to Justin Harris.
Next up, the Graduate Student Athlete of Distinction. Presented to the graduate student athletes who have made a significant impact with the following criteria: documented achievement, national conference accomplishments and recognition, leadership ability, involvement in helping others on his or her team or program at large, involvement in community service, academic achievement, and citizenship. Here to present the award winners is Dr. Sean Sullivan, Director of Athletics.
Thank you, Bill. So as we prepared for this year's athletic awards ceremony, we realized because of the pandemic, we had this generation of athletes that had the opportunity to play as a grad student. And so we had to think about how we wanted to honor the very, very best within that population. And it's interesting because not only do these men and women that I'm about to bring on up here, not only do they just exhibit so many of the best qualities of our department, but think about this. They had to choose to come back and go through it again and do all the work and go to class again. Whereas they very, very reasonably could have decided, you know what, I've done my time, I'm going to get on out there and start my life. But their love of Salve, their love of their teammates, the love of the game itself, it drew them back in. And so I was really, really happy we made the decision to pick out, a handful of some of those graduate students that not only made that, I think, really tough decision, that selfless decision to come back and ramp it up again, but they did so with just aplomb. I mean, these student athletes were, just phenomenal. So it's a new category. It's a category that isn't necessarily going to last all that long because eventually the pandemic kids will rotate out. But for the here and now, these are our very best, and I thank you so much for making the decision to come on back and continue to work. I believe this young man is actually going to be vacationing in Japan. Is that right, Coach Martin?
He's in Japan right now.
He's in Japan. I would like to comment, I'd like to make notice that Avery Arno is a former all-conference defensive back, a highly dynamic, tough, and athletic. Avery was also named All-Region and Academic All-District throughout his career. And as a senior, he helped lead the team to 9 wins in 11 games, including that fantastic New England Bowl victory over Anna Maria at Topa Field. So let's give a round of applause. Next up, like to speak about Evan Arpin and our men's soccer player. Now, I might be a little bit formal in my comments here, but as a former soccer player, I watch Evan play, and he plays defender, and he's the metronome, in the sense that he gives that consistent brand of performance each and every day. You know what you're going to get from Evan. And it's so remarkable about that consistency when that level of play is as high as it is with Evan. He often has to take on one of the toughest defensive assignments, often marking up the opponent's most dangerous goal-scoring threat. He's a multi-year all-academic selection and a former all-conference player. He is a graduate student of distinction, Evan Arpin. Come on. One of Evan's teammates, I'd like to say a few words about Jordan Borges. You can clap. So if Evan is the metronome, Jordan is that technically gifted, creative midfielder. Really, in many ways, the team plays through when it has to solve a problem on offense. He, as Coach Lawler said, led the team in assists multiple years throughout his 4-year playing career. He's a former Scholar All-American, one of the best student athletes, scholar athletes in the United States. He's a 3-time All-Conference honoree, and not surprisingly, a 3-time All-Region selection. Before an injury shut Jordan down this season, his passing was almost always the thread that led to our offense creating goal-scoring opportunities. A graduate student of distinction, men's soccer's Jordan Borges.
Congratulations.
We had an opportunity to hear from Coach Sorella, our baseball coach, a few moments ago, talking about, I believe it was the first victory, team victory in the College World Series that I think Kyle, you got to save it. Well, the starting pitcher in that game was Braden Clark. He is, without a doubt, from what I've seen, the pitcher on our team in the biggest spots. He wants the ball, straight up. You know those pitchers? It's like, I don't care what the situation is. If it is a tough spot, I want it. Braden Clark is that pitcher for our baseball team. He's a former all-conference player who, again, when it becomes increasingly difficult, when someone has to make a statement on the mound, he's the guy who wants to be out there and says, on my back, here we go. As I mentioned, Braden won Salve's first ever College World Series game last spring against World Series darlings Birmingham Southern. Braden is also currently the NEWMAC leader in wins and strikeouts, and he is a touch behind in winning the pitching triple crown with ERA. Without a doubt, a graduate student of distinction. Let's give a round of applause to Braden Clark. This is an important one as well. Brandon Grover, I believe there he is. He's over there in the corner. Let's give a round of applause. I think many of us would agree He sets the example as to how to do things the right way. He is a leader that many of us look up to, and quite frankly, when something needs to get done, or when a decision would have to be kind of discussed, and you walk him through the halls and like, I'll talk to Grover, I'll get his input. He'll have a pulse of kind of where not just the program might be, but what all student athletes might be thinking about. He's a former all-conference team member. He was an all-regional tournament selection a couple of years ago. And perhaps most impressively, he won the NCAA's Elite 90 Award at last year's College World Series for having the highest cumulative GPA of any baseball player at the World Series site. I was hoping that Ed would have a certain picture up there. But Brandon is responsible for the single most athletic and clutch moment I have seen in my 2.5 years at Salve, with his home run saving grab over the fence at the World Series. A student athlete of distinction, graduate student Brandon Rowe. I had the opportunity now to speak about one of our finest student athletes. I was talking to her and her family beforehand, and I mentioned that watching her play, she's like this blur of athleticism and speed and power. But I'm talking about Shannon Kennedy, right on over there. Let's give her a round of applause. So after a season in which Shannon scored 11 goals and helped our field hockey program earn its first ever NEWMAC playoff berth, Shannon was not only named All-Conference, but was also selected to the prestigious National Field Hockey Coaches Association senior team, an honor reserved for just 60 players nationwide. But what's also incredibly impressive about Shannon is not just that athleticism, that power, that fire that you see from her bombing down the wing, but there's this toughness and this technical ability as well that is really uniquely special. And the fact is, again, she chose to come back and lend those talents to our field hockey program, and it made all the difference. I'm really honored to be able to name yet another graduate student athlete of distinction, that's Shannon Kennedy. All right, and finally, Brianna Neary is a former Megan Strathman Award winner, which of course combines athletics and academic excellence. She's been a leader within our department. When I arrived, she was one of the first student athletes that really would reach out and connect to me. She was a member of SAC. She might have actually been the president of SAC at some point. And I had a really nice opportunity to work with her and get to know her over these last couple of years. She's been a preeminent women's basketball student scholar athlete throughout her 4 years here. She's a multi-year all-conference team selection. She is a She is fourth all-time in scoring in school history, with just a touch under 1,500 points throughout her career. In addition to helping the team advance to the NEWMAC semifinals this past season with a clutch and very important victory at Emerson in the quarters, I happen to think back to another game when I think of Brianna, in which she was absolutely unstoppable against Dabson. She scored 38 points. I think she was 11 for 17 from the field, and unconscious, 16 of 16 from the line. She just threw it up and would go in, threw it up and would go in. She was remarkable that day. But she's been remarkable throughout her career. And because of that, Brianna Neary is a graduate student athlete of distinction. Congratulations.
Okay, now for the Habershaw Stewardship Award, presented to senior student athletes who have earned the respect of fellow athletes, coaches, and administration for superior athletics and continual demonstrating the qualities associated with good sportsmanship. We have 3 awardees. Here to present the first award is Coach Hughes, women's basketball.
I've noticed that everybody's kind of hugging up here. I'm going to try to do that. So be prepared. It's going to be hard for me. Amanda Coleman is a big reason our team that was picked to finish 9th in the conference this year ended up tied for 3rd in February. She's a big reason why the team that was 4-7 last year in conference play was 7-4 this year. And she's a big reason why a team that got beat in the first round last year won a very close game at Emerson this year when she scored a career high 36 points. Amanda is a competitor and she's fierce. She plays the game with passion and energy, and she does whatever is asked of her for herself and her team. She had the best season of her collegiate career this year, averaging 14.3 points and 4.3 rebounds, shooting 38% from the floor and 73% from the free throw line. She graduated last year with a bachelor's degree in accounting with a GPA of 3.65, and she will graduate with her master's in accounting in a few days, and her GPA is currently a 3.9. Amanda also represented our female student athletes in a discussion with the board of trustees, and from what I've been told by Sean Sullivan, she represented us extremely well.
Crushed it.
She crushed it. I mean, come on, let's just say what it is. It blows my mind that Amanda actually considered not playing college basketball. In our exit interview a couple weeks ago, she said she would not change a single thing, even COVID. She said, "I'm so glad I chose Salve and played, and I'm so happy I decided to play mine last year." Amanda is a fierce competitor and a hard worker and a good sport. She's a gifted athlete and an excellent basketball player. She's a role model and an ambassador for this institution. I'm so very grateful that I had the opportunity to coach her, and we are very lucky she chose to be part of our Seahawk family. The 2025 winner of the Habershaw Stewardship Award is Amanda Coleman.
Look at that.
Well done, Amanda.
Here to present the second award is Bill Lawler, head coach, men's soccer.
First off, I'm really, really happy to see this person get this award when I filled out the nomination. I think as a coach, a lot of times, guys that don't show up. They don't show up on the scoreboard, they don't make all conference, but they're the reason you win. When you're drawing up your lineup, they're right there on the top of your group, they're locking down the spot, game in, game out, and I was really happy to see this reward. And years ago, when I first started out coaching, I don't think I want to say how many years ago, but I got a quote from a head coach that I worked for, was at the Dartmouth College as an assistant. He said, tell a good player once, and they'll do it 1,000 times. Tell a bad player 1,000 times, and they'll do it once. Telling Danny Bond once, you know he'll do it 1,000 times. Danny Bond was integral to the men's soccer team's success in the fall of 2024. Danny was a leader in the way that he approached everything related to soccer, practices, games, team meetings, and requests from the coaching staff. He's always chipper and upbeat approach. This is his own unique style to be chipper and upbeat. His genuine approach to late practices, bus trips, a clerical mistake from a younger member of the team, and just the toils of college athletics was welcomed around the team, and usually the root cause of a good laugh throughout the team at the time the team needed it. Danny led by example in showing how to earn everything, from playing time in games to showing up day in and day out with a consistent commitment to helping the team get better by always carrying himself in a consistent standard. Danny was also a strong example to the 21 underclassmen in our freshman and sophomore classes in terms of how to go about the demands of a college season and being prepared for the challenges of every day, both on the field and off the field, in terms of preparing rest, eating habits, being responsible to off-field responsibilities, and taking care of the academic side of the house. On the field, Danny contributed to two huge goals for the Seahawks. His game time goal versus Coast Guard on October 23rd with just over 5 minutes left in the game, heading home across, that kept Salve in the driver's seat for the NewMac postseason and for the team's seeding. Danny followed that up with another game time goal, this time versus Springfield on November 2nd. Danny's goal set the table for Salve to eventually win the game 2-1 and lock up the 2 seed in the NewMac tournament. Danny was an exceptionally reliable midfielder for Salve in the fall of 24. He set the standard for us offensively with his play on the outside pin. And establishing this offensive standard and commitment to details was a very good reason for Salve's turnaround from going 0-6-2 and missing the NewMac playoffs in the fall of 23 to 4-1-3 in the fall of 24, another 2 in the conference. Probably highlighted by his clearance ball on the sidelines as time went down in a victory over Clark that ended up across the street in the front lawn of the house. Probably just after that time, so I think that ball might still be going. Danny Bond led by the way that he played and contributed with major goals to help the Seahawks clinch the 2 seed. His attitude, approach, consistency, and manner of earning everything, combined with his own brand of always being in a good mood, served as a guiding benchmark for a whole team to follow. I am very happy to present Danny Bond with the Habershaw Stewardship.
And here to present the third award is Pat Cooney, head coach, men's lacrosse.
Well, this is definitely a proud moment for me. This secondary education and history double major graduated in 2024, and we will be completing a graduate degree in international relations May 15th. He's active in the Salve Regina and greater Newport community. He's the public relations coordinator for the SAC. He's been a 4-year member of SAC, student admissions ambassador, a 2-year orientation leader, and currently a substitute teacher in Middletown. On the field, the 2-time captain holds the Salve men's lacrosse all-time record for starts and ranks in the top 10 for all-time categories, including games played, all-time goals with 126, and all-time points with 182. He's been a Dean's List student, all-academic, all-conference, academic all-district, and a USILA academic all-American. Mr. Salve, as he's sometimes known, referred to, has volunteered for many Salve athletics, admissions, student life, and academic affairs events, helping to build the Mercy brand. The 2024 Brother Michael Reynolds Award winner has been and will continue to be an excellent ambassador for Salve's mission. It is my honor and proud moment to award the 2025 Abishar Stewardship Award to my son, Liam.
And now for the Athlete of the Year Award. Recognized by the college community for superior athletic ability and outstanding contributions to their team or sport. We have 2 awardees for this category. Here to present the first award is Jen Foster, head coach, Field Hockey.
I'm very honored to present this year's Female Athlete of the Year Award to a very worthy field hockey player. This player had a breakout year as a sophomore in 2023 to only surpass her own achievements as a junior this past season. She led our team in goals, scored 17 overall points, 41. She finished second in the NEWMAC in these 2 categories as well. For her offensive success, she was chosen to the NEWMAC First Team All-Conference. She then continued to receive recognition at the regional level, being chosen to the Division III Region 1 First Team. She joined a group of 16 athletes representing 10 institutions on the Region 1 First Team. To be recognized with other top talent in the region is an honor she is very deserving of. She was a major threat on our forward line, but credits a lot of her offensive success to her teammates around her. Although she has achieved a lot of success in the field, off the field she carries a strong course load as a nursing major. On top of her nursing studies, she's treasurer of the Asian American Pacific Island Association, a member of the Student Nursing Organization, and the Leadership Scholars Program. Along with our Teen Community Service projects, she raises money and awareness for the Love Without Boundaries organization, which helps children in other countries get their cleft lip and palate repaired. She is admired for her leadership ability as well, this past week being named captain for the fall of 2025. With another season ahead of her, I'm excited to see how she continue to grow as a player, lead our team, and raise our level of competitive play in the NEWMAC. Your 2025 Salve Athletics Female Athlete of the Year is Julia Decker.
And here to present the second award is Pat Cooney, head coach, men's lacrosse.
This 5th-year senior is a 2024 elementary and special education double major graduate who's working towards a 3rd degree in social work. He's an active member of the Salve Regina and Greater Newport community. He was a 3-year member of SAC, a member of the Education Club, and he's currently employed as a temporary teacher at the Pell School. On the lacrosse field, the 2-time captain has led the Seahawks to new heights his whole career. As a defensive long-stick midfielder, he covers the opponent's best scoring threat and usually most athletic offensive player. Over his career, he has been awarded Dean's List, All-Academic, All-Conference, All-New England, Academic All-District, USILA All-American, and USILA Academic All-American. He currently leads the NEWMAC in ground balls overall and ground balls per game. He's ranked in the top 3 in caused turnovers overall and caused turnovers per game. He currently holds Salve Regina's men's lacrosse record for all times game played with 74, and he's ranked in several categories, including the top 10 in several Salve all-time records, including ground balls a season, ground balls career, caused turnovers a season, caused turnovers in career, and career games started, to say the least. This year, he has been awarded the NEWMAC Defensive Player of the Week once. He will be recognized this week, May 8th, by the NEWMAC as All-Conference. He will be nominated for USILA, once again, All-American, All New England, all district, and he was on Friday awarded the team's most valuable defensive player. He is simply the man, on and off the field. It is my honor and great privilege to award, and we will miss him, the 2025 Male Athlete of the Year, Jack Nagle.
Congratulations to all our award recipients. For all our honorees, you truly are an inspiration for all of us and a positive role model for the future award recipients. Be proud of your accomplishments because we are definitely proud of you. Congratulations once again from all of us in the Salve Regina community. Thank you for the opportunity to personally congratulate each of you on your outstanding accomplishments. This does conclude the Salve Athletics Award Ceremony. For all, good luck on your travels back home and be safe. Good luck for on your final exams and enjoy the end of the year activities within reason. If you can have all the recipients come up forward for a group photo, that would be appreciated. Thank you and good
I think you're gonna have to go.
Great job.
Great job, everyone.
I'm sorry.
Bye, have a good day. Thanks. Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday.
Thanks, Sam. Good job.